Announcement. Announcement. So I'm a mom. Basically, I got a little baby boy. Hello. It's the baby boy. So I've been going to the animal shelter every single weekend for the past month, looking at kittens and cats. And at first I was like, you know what, do like an adult cat, maybe like a young adult, something like that. But I have experience with a kitten more recently, and I feel like it's really special to kind of grow up with them and get to see most of their life. So even though they're more crazy, allegedly, I'm glad that I made the decision to get him. So I went into PetSmart. This is how it happened. Story time. So I went into, actually back up. Hello. I decided to kitten proof the room that I'm in right now, which is technically like the spare room, I guess you could say. Because the way that my apartment is, the front room, that's technically what the living room would normally be, and there's no door on it or anything. And then the room that I'm in right now would technically be the bedroom. And I turned this room into the kitten room because my like actual room is in that room. So I decided to just kitten proof this room last Saturday. Was it Saturday or Sunday? It was Saturday, yeah. So I kitten proofed this room on Saturday to the best of my ability. And I was like, you know what, just do that and then go to PetSmart and just get some basic cat supplies just to mentally prepare yourself to create space for that in your life, in my life. Because I know that that's a thing that I've heard before in terms of growth and becoming a better person and things like that. It's like you need to clear the space to make space for something new, right? So I was like, you know what, we're gonna actually take action and prepare as if I am gonna get a kitten. Whether it happens or not, that's okay, but I just wanted to at least prepare myself. So I did that, and then I went to PetSmart, or I went to Marshall's first because it's near the PetSmart, and I ended up getting a little scratch post bed type of situation, and then this cute little toy type of thing. Like it's a mini scratch post, but it's also a toy. I'll show you guys like a little tour of his little room. Also, it's a boy. I don't know if I said that or not. And then I went to PetSmart next since it was close to it, and I was like, you know what, get you a full-on set of supplies and just like create the space, right? So I went in and I saw that I went into the adoption room first, and then on my way out I saw that they had little kennel setup of some kittens, and I saw a black one, a gray one. It looked like a tabby but gray, and then this little baby boy, a tuxedo. And I had been texting my best friend before, and I was like, please manifest for me that I find a black and white cat or a tuxedo cat. And whenever I saw him, I was like, oh my god. I was like, is this it? And I saw the tag on the cage that said that they were all males. And in my head, for some reason, I thought that I was gonna get a girl cat. But I've also heard good things about boy cats, and that they're like more cuddly and more like loving towards everybody, and they're not as like standoffish as female cats can be. Maybe that's just a assumption, and maybe that's wrong, but I just like decided to like not care about the gender or anything like that. And then the foster mom came up to me and she's like, are you looking at any of them? And I was like, oh, I'm looking at the little tuxedo. And she got him out for me. And then I was like, I wish I could like sit down with him, because whenever I'm playing with kittens and I would go to is your belly okay? We'll get into that. That's another aspect of him. He kind of like, I'll explain it in a second. But I was like, oh, I kind of want to sit down with him, because every time that I go into the shelters, I sit down on chairs with the kitten in my lap and just kind of like pet the kitten and just like you know, just like spend some time like relaxed instead of like standing up and like, you know, creating too high of a space for them and making them feel not safe. I wanted it to be like cozy and safe feeling, so I sit with the kitties at the shelter and do that. And I did that with him because they had a little like is lawn chair the right word? I don't know if lawn chair is the right word or not. Foldable chairs, whatever, outdoor chairs. So I sat down with him, and then she started to tell me about him, and she actually reminded me of, I just watched the Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders show on Netflix, and just like those moms, like kind of like the blonde, like spunky type of people, but she was so cute. Like she had like huge poofy blonde hair, and she had on a pretty light pink lip gloss, and she just like radiated like this really welcoming, beautiful energy about her. And she was the foster mom of these babies, of the boys at least. And she was like, oh my gosh, like he would do so well with you, like he just wants like someone to like mommy him. I was like, okay. And she said he's like very, very cuddly, which I agree. He likes to play very little, and he kind of gets over it, and then he just like wants to sit in your lap instead. But he's also really independent too, which is good. Is that right? And he doesn't really bite. Like he'll like do like one little bite on my hand, but he's never like doing it like aggressively or even playfully. I don't know why. It's just kind of like randomly he'll just like put his teeth on my hand. Like right now he's doing it, but like then he's done. You know what I mean? He's not like crazy or crazed out or anything like that. You're not a crackhead. You are not a crackhead. He's so cute. Oh my god, I'm gonna freak out. And what else was I saying? The thing about mommying. I don't know. She was trying to tell me that he's crazy. I don't see it. Like I've been with him for, is this my third day? I got him on Saturday and today's Tuesday. Oh, is that your belly? He had something, I'm probably gonna say it wrong, and if you guys know about this stuff and you know about cats or like rescues and things like that, hit me up with some information. I know I can Google stuff too, but if you guys have personal experience with it, let me know. But he had something called coccidia, I think. It's like COCCIDIA potentially. And I guess she said that it's common in strays. She told me all this stuff after I got him, by the way. She told me that he throws up whenever he eats because he eats too fast because he was the littlest baby in the litter, and had to like compete for food and like really struggle because he would get like, you know, shut out by like the bigger cats and all that stuff. So he just like scarfs it down to the point where he like pukes, is what she said. So he's so cutie. He's like kneading the pillow. And she said that he's very underweight for his age. So at his age, he's 12 weeks old right now. Hello. Hey, baby. He's such a baby. He's 12 weeks old right now, and she said that he should be, like, he needs to be aiming for that 2.5 pound, 3 pound mark so that he can better fight off infections and upper respiratory infections and stomach type stuff. She said should get better whenever he's older, hopefully. But for the first chunk of his life, I think he was born in April. I didn't even look up what zodiac sign that is. I know that's silly, but like I'm just curious. What was I saying? He was sick all throughout May, she said. Him and his siblings had this coccidia, whatever it is, and they were throwing up and having diarrhea for multiple weeks in May and like having trouble gaining weight and things like that. And especially with his stomach thing now, like he's off the medication now, and she said, you know, you don't want them to be dependent on it forever, and at a certain point like their bodies can fight it off. So she's saying that she's hoping that he's outgrowing it, but if he does continue to like throw up or have diarrhea, then to let her know, and that she'll help me get that certain medicine that she has for him. But I've just been giving him like smaller portions, and I tried a slow feeder, but I think the slow feeder was too big, like it was too deep, and he still like was having trouble actually getting the food. So then he just like gave up and wouldn't eat it anymore after a certain point. So I was like, well, that's not the goal. Like I don't want to frustrate him. So he's been doing better though. He's only thrown up one time since I got him, and it's actually my first day leaving him alone the whole day. See, I feel like he's like trying to like suckle or something like that, but he's also biting. Why you bite me like that? I don't understand. I don't know what I was saying. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. But yeah, right now he weighs, well actually I haven't weighed him today. I have a little food scale in a basket type thing that I weigh him in just to see, because the day that I got him, she said he was weighing 2 pounds 2 ounces. And then I weighed him Sunday and he was 2 pounds 3 ounces, 3.5 I think. And then my first day leaving him during the day, that's what I was trying to say, he threw up. So it was while I was gone at work, because whenever I got back it was like dried up on the floor, and I was like, oh no, like he must have been sick like earlier in the day, because it's clearly like dried up right now. But that's the only time that he's thrown up. He's had, I'm not a vet, I don't know anything about anything, but I'm gonna like consider it maybe acid reflux or just like too much fats in the food, because really the only thing that he'll eat is kitten food with gravy in it. It's called Gravy Lovers. I think it's by Purina. Gravy Lovers, turkey. Although I'm giving him chicken now. He's looking at the phone. What is it? What is it? That's really all he'll eat. I tried to do the Royal Canin brand, which she says it's more expensive, but she says that he likes it too. So I got that, and I was like, okay, well, since he needs to gain weight, like maybe this more expensive one's like better for him, or like healthier, I don't know. So I got more of those, but then I tried to feed him that like mixed in with the Gravy Lovers, and then I tried it plain and he just is not having it. So I just went back to the Gravy Lovers, and I just got the chicken one for him because they were out of turkey. And if that's all he's gonna eat, I just wanna, make sure that he's gaining weight and everything. And then the next day that I weighed him, he went down in weight, which was the day that he threw up. So, I mean, I guess that makes sense, right? He threw up his whole belly contents. His whole belly contents. But he hasn't thrown up today. And basically, whenever he eats, I don't know why I'm like telling you guys literally his medical history. I don't know. Whenever he eats afterwards, it's like you can tell inside his stomach it's not really doing too hot in there, because it's like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like he's like gagging potentially, or like his stomach, it's just not sitting right. Like you can just tell, or it sounds like a hiccup, something like that. And you like feel like a physical response in his body, like kind of like tensing up and stressing out. So I don't know if that's normal, if that's just animals that eat fast. I know animals can get bloated if they eat too fast and they're like sucking up a bunch of air, so like maybe that's his issue. I don't know if y'all have pets, if y'all are smart and educated and know this stuff, hit me up. I could definitely use some tips and information, but he's fine. Oh, that's what I was saying, is the acid refluxy type thing. It's like he's like kind of spit up like a little bit of gravy. Like you can tell it's not like he's like throwing up his whole stomach of food that he just ate. It's like a little bit of gravy. That was like our first day, but most overall he's been doing good with food and everything. So that's that. I'll just have to show you guys like the stuff that I got for him. I don't know if I want to do like a little like tour or what I want to deal with. He's a sleepy baby. I just really hope that he starts to do better with his stomach stuff. I have dry food out, but he just doesn't want it. And I'll mix it in with the wet food and he'll like leave it behind. If there's a good dry food brand that you guys like for kittens that you know of, let me know. I think this one's really, it's just a cheap one, but I just got the same one that the foster mom was using just because I knew he had a sensitive stomach and I didn't want to like change everything about his diet, especially because he is so small that if he's like rejecting food, that's not good. And he's just a little baby boy. I love him. He's so cute and little. He's really sweet. And for my type of schedule, I travel for work like during the day. It's not like I like go out of state and like do a bunch of crazy shit or like do overnights or anything like that. Occasionally, like for a training, I'll do like an overnight, but I'm just gone a lot for work, obviously. So that was a little bit of a concern. I was like, oh, like, is this a bad idea? But I'm like, but people have pets and like, what do they do, you know? Why are you biting my hand, Bubby? People have pets and I'm like, it's a cat, like he's gonna be fine, right? I think he does just fine. Like he doesn't like wail and scream and cry whenever I shut this door. He actually fit under that door. I don't know if you can tell at the bottom a little bit. Hey, buddy. But I think there was a dog that lived here before and chewed the shit out of the bottom of the door. So there's a little section that's slightly more like raised up. It's not like super severe. I didn't think he could fit through it, but he did. So now whenever I leave, I have to like shove 2 towels under the door and I feel so bad. I'm like, I feel like I'm making him a prisoner. But this room is beautiful. Like he's got his food, he's got room to play, litter box, he's got a little windowsill that he can look out, all kinds of stuff. Like everything he could need is in here. Like there's truly nothing out there that he could really need or want, to be honest. And I still have him separated in this room, in his little kitten room. My baby love. Hi, baby. He's so sweet. Like he just, a lot of the times that he sits on me, he'll just like look up and just like stare into my eyes. It's so sweet. I'm like, oh my God, this is like a baby angel. I don't know, y'all, like maybe I'm inexperienced with cats or kittens, but I don't think they're this like loving overall. Because I know cats have like spaz out sessions where they're like clawing you or they're like scratching you, but even if he's like doing like biscuits or whatever and he's like on me, I don't even feel his nails. Like I don't know what that's about. I'm like, are you just like a perfect sweet angel? I don't know. I just feel like his personality, he's just a very gentle, soft boy, which is my type, honestly. So I just feel like that translates really well into my life, and he's just a sweetie, and I love that. Which if he turns crazy, then it is what it is, and I'll figure it out. But for right now, he just shows every sign of being baby angel. A baby angel. I'm crying. So the deal is, I have not picked a name super officially yet. However, I do have some choices and I do have some options, and one of the names I was considering, I was like, can I name you Timothy Chalamet? See what I mean, guys? Like he just like looks up. Even if I'm not talking, he'll do this too. Hello, baby boy. I was like, I want to name him Timothy Chalamet. And then my other thought was, I'm obsessed with Role Model, which is Emma Chamberlain's ex-boyfriend, and his name is Tucker Harrington Pillsbury. Love, great name. He's from Rhode Island, I think. But like love, I don't know why, but like just most of his songs I really enjoy, and just the vibe I like. So I was like, maybe I'll name him Tucker. So that was an option. And then Chamberlain was also an option. I think I want to have him have multiple names though, like 3 names, 3 strong names. Some other names I was thinking of were Baylor, but the like legal term Baylor, like Bailor. But then I was like, I think a Baylor is someone that like delivers property or assets of some kind. I don't know. Sorry, I'm not super studied up at the moment. But I was like, like, I don't know. Maybe that's a little like servant-y-esque, and like maybe he doesn't need that energy. But I thought Baylor sounded really cute, and it was like a soft, sweet boy name, which he's a soft, sweet boy. So I was like, Baylor works. I just didn't want like a hyper masculine name for him. And then what else did I consider? I can't remember my big list. Oh, Baxter. I'm getting your eye boogies out here. Welcome. Baxter, because Baxter means baker. And obviously kittens. What do you call it? I'm sorry if this hurts. Are you okay? I can't even get it good because like my thumbnail is like, here, let me see it, baby. My thumbnail broke off, so I can't like see. He's so good, like, dang boy. Dang, that's a big old eye boogie that you got going on right there. That's like deep in there. That's like deep in there, Bobby. Oops. See, his belly just did that weird thing because he's like laying down weird. Okay, we getting these eye boogies out, y'all. We doing grooming on camera. Not that kind of grooming, y'all. Okay. Baxter, is that what I said? Baxter? Is you Baxter? He's such a baby. Oh my god. Hey, baby love. Baxter, Baylor, Tucker, maybe he likes this lotion. I don't know. He normally doesn't like nip like that so much. He might do it like once. Baxter, Baylor. I considered Hugh as like a middle name, but then I was like, oh, that's Hugh Hefner though. And then I also thought of hue, like color hue, like H-U-E. Hue. It's not bad. Hello, baby. Your belly's doing that thing, huh? Just got bad indigestion, I think. Sometimes, like, if you pick him up and you, like, touch his belly, he, like, gags, kind of. It's, like, sad. It's, like, I don't know. And I know I'm gonna take him to the vet. I need to call and schedule. Like, the little contract that I signed, they said you need to take them within 14 days of getting them for a checkup. So, I definitely need to do that, make sure he's all good to go. Although, you know, obviously I'm watching for the signs of, like, being lethargic, not wanting food, not wanting water, things like that. Like, obviously I'm watching for that kind of stuff, or like litter box behavior that's changing, and nothing's like alarming me right now, so I think he's okay. But yeah, it's my baby boy. So I guess I'll update you guys once I pick like an official name. There's one that I have in mind, but I don't know if I like want to like announce it right now, or if that's silly. I don't know if that's silly. It's a baby boy. I just love tuxedo cats, guys. I love black cats too, and that was my other thing. I know, not that you should be like color prejudiced in terms of like what color cat you want, I guess. But like some people just have preferences, right? Like I never really saw myself as like an orange cat person, or any desire to get an orange cat, or like an all white cat. I never really have desired that. I have wanted a black cat. I would be good with just like a solid gray cat. But tuxedo's like the best of both worlds, I feel like, 'cause it's like unique and fun looking, like different aspects to appreciate. And his markings are cute, like on the back. At first I was like, oh god, like I don't know about that. Not me being judgmental about his markings, but it looked like he was wearing booty shorts, guys. Like whenever I took him out of the little box and I like put him on the ground, I don't know why, I didn't even like notice anything, but whenever he first started walking around, I was like, this man has booty shorts on. because like his white on his back legs go up pretty high. I wonder if you guys can see. I don't want to make him like uncomfortable, but like, see what I mean? Like this man has booty shorts. Like he's just walking around with booty shorts. And I'm like, baby love, are you booty shorts? But we love him so much. We really do. And the first cat, you guys probably, I don't know, like if you kept up with my channel, I have showed my old roommate's cat that looks strikingly similar to this one because they're both tuxedos. But that was my first like falling in love with a cat type of situation, and I have never considered myself a cat person. I never even thought that I would have gotten a cat before I would have gotten a dog. Like I feel like that's crazy. But after I bonded with that cat, I swear like her cat literally felt like my child. Like I'm not even kidding. That cat was so, it was a kitten actually, but her name was Sushi. And this baby reminds me of Sushi, not only because of the way that he looks, but also the way that he loves reminds me of Sushi. And just holding other kittens at shelter, like they just didn't have that vibe or that like spark of like, oh, there's a connection, like he needs to be my cat. Like there just wasn't that with the other cats. But with him, like he was so calm and like did the thing where he just like looks up at you, and I'm like, oh my God, he's a lover boy, and it's so cute and sweet. And he like climbs up and like nuzzles and like tries to cuddle with your face. You guys are probably like, bitch, all cats do that. But I don't know, like I've experienced cats and like not all cats are the same. So he just feels like a special lover, and it's like really sweet. But anyways, yeah, so her cat was the first cat that I like fell in love with, loved him so much. He was so sweet and like brought such a light, soft spot to my life at the time, because I had a really difficult time in that living situation. And both of the girls as pets were like the only, I'm not saying that's the only reason I was okay, because like I loved the house like a lot and I miss that house dearly, but I also miss the animals, and I feel like they were never really home. So it's like I was able to just have the house to myself and be with the animals, and like I was so happy at the time being able to have that aspect to my life. So Sushi was really special to me, and I had a really hard time moving out just because of Sushi, to be honest. And I never thought that like there would be another cat like Sushi, or like that loved like Sushi, or just like felt like just a genuine sweet spirit like that. Because like I said, most kittens I swear that I've interacted with, they're more crazy, and it's like they're not really connecting with you, but like he feels like it's like connecting with you, just like how Sushi was. So I just feel really blessed and happy that this boy stumbled in my life and all that stuff, and that I've been going to the shelter for weeks and weeks in a row, and ended up getting him in a place I wasn't even thinking about getting him, which was the PetSmart adoption people, like one of the animal shelters in the local area. It was like a county over. They were doing it in my city. Hello, baby love. And it was just unexpected, and I was honestly scared. I was like, oh my God, like is this a bad choice? Is this bad? Should I not be doing this? But I've literally wanted animals and pets my entire life. The only pets that I've ever had were hamsters. My brother had a hamster and I had a hamster. Mine's name was Gracie, and it was a gray little hamster, a Syrian. I think that's what it's called, Syrian hamster. And then his was like a white one. And then I had like a fish tank and shit like that. But other than that, never had a pet. And there was a cat that would come up to our back deck, and I named that cat Smokey, and I made a little house for him out of a Rubbermaid like storage container. Like I had my dad help me like cut a little hole in there, put a towel in there, and we got cat food for her, and she would just, or he, I don't even know, would always come up to the house, and I would like go out on the deck and like pet Smokey and everything. And my uncle, growing up, I would go to, he had a dairy farm, and there was obviously cats and kittens all over that farm. So I think that was like one of my first like animal kind of experiences with cats and things. And then growing up, I would always I think I had a birthday party at a pet store. Like I was just like so obsessed with animals, but my dad was allergic, and like my mom was never really into animals or like wanted animals, which red flag to be honest. But so yeah, I just like, I never grew up having that. And I would ask for like dog breed books and like cat breed books and like training stuff. And I literally asked my mom, I begged my mom for a crate training DVD from PetSmart because duh. Didn't have a dog, no prospect of getting a dog, but I just needed that crate training video. And I watched all the Caesar Milan dog videos on the TV, and I would watch all the Animal Planet shows, all the animal rescue shows, all the cat behavioral shows. I think the girl's name was Victoria. And then I do remember like Jackson, the cat dude. I don't know his, I think it's like My Cat from Hell. Jackson, I would watch his stuff, but Victoria, was she dog or cat? I don't remember. But I would like watch all those. And then I would make on our like desktop computer in the basement this, I'm gonna call them dog breeder worksheets, like little posters, and it would be like the dam and the sire and here's the litter, and I would like have a picture of like a bunch of puppies, and I would be like, there's 4 females, 6 males, price $800, ready for adoption or pickup on this day, that kind of thing. It's like I did that for a bunch of different dog breeds. My grandma got me this jumbo, I still have it, I think it's in my trunk actually, but it's this jumbo book, and it's a dog breed book, and it's like huge. It's like the size of like half my door is like how big this book is. So basically just obsessed with animals and dogs and cats. I liked cats because of like my uncle's farm and stuff like that, and I would cat sit for my neighbor growing up, and every time I would go to their house I'd be so excited that they had cats. So it's just a matter of time, I guess, that I like finally got my own pet, and part of me still feels like this isn't real, and I'm like, is he just like a foster? Is he just like, you know, here for the weekend? Like, I don't think it's really hit me yet that like this is my cat. If that makes any sense. And part of me is like, did I make the right choice? Like, I don't know, but I'm just sharing that with you all to be real. And if anyone else feels the same way, because I know there's people that post all the I just got a kitten videos, and like I watched some of those before getting him actually, but it's like everyone's like, I'm so excited, like I've always wanted this and whatever, and like they don't really express doubts in it. But I had doubts, and I still have doubts a little bit sometimes, but it's just a journey and an adventure. And part of it also for me was I was getting sick and tired of myself talking about something and not actually doing it. And I get really frustrated with myself whenever I kind of fall into that line of behavior where I'm being all talk and I'm not actually taking action, because I know that action is the way that you do things in life and get things done and manifest things. And I'm like, well, you can't just go to the animal shelter every single week for like a month and be talking about it even before that and never even like actually do it. You know what I mean? So I was sick and tired of myself, to be honest. And I was like, just do it, because you're holding back a connection and love essentially, and caretaking and nurturing that like I want to be able to do. And I'm like, okay, well, a pet solves a good bit of that, does it not? And just like, I don't know, having a little buddy. So, you know what? You gotta learn. There you go. So yeah, that's the journey. I'll probably update you guys, of course, at some point and show you his little stuff that I got in the room set up. Where'd you go, baby? You got him his pillow? No, he wasn't. Okay, I thought I just squished him. I did not squish him. Yeah, so I'll show you guys the stuff that I got him, and I ordered some things on Amazon too, so maybe I'll wait until those come in and then do a little cat room tour. He still has not had access to my main area where my bed is and the kitchen is and all that stuff. He like snuck out whenever I've opened the door, but he hasn't like had the confidence to like go past a certain threshold yet. So I'm just gonna keep him in here probably this week, just so that he's still throwing up and stuff like that sometimes, or like gagging up every once in a while. Like he's only gagged up like twice and then thrown up once, but both of the minor times were like very minor, so I'm like not super concerned. But yeah, I'm gonna like wait a little bit before I introduce him to the rest of the place. And also, question for you all. I have plants, I have a lot of plants. They're all toxic to cats. So am I gonna have to get rid of all of my plants because he's gonna get into them, obviously. And I don't really have many tall pieces of furniture. I have a bookshelf, but he can climb that. And then there's like my fridge. Those are like the only two tall points in the whole establishment. So might have a plant giveaway for real, like people at work and whoever else in my life like wants wants my plants, please take them. But that's also depressing to me because like I love my plants and I feel that they add an artful shape, color, negative space dynamic, contrast. I don't know if that makes any fucking sense, but they're just artfully placed, and I feel like to not have them, it's just gonna feel like I'm living in this like empty place, which is what this room feels like since I cat proofed it. So let me know if you have tips about plants, if there's any spray that you can put on them. I've heard there's like a spray that's like a sour type deal, so it's gonna deter your pets from wanting to bite or get into stuff like that, but I'm not sure if that's plant safe. So if you guys have any tips on that, let me know. Hi, baby love. That's it. That's the baby boy. And maybe we will have a name reveal, a final name reveal. And I have this top secret name that I actually am going to name him most likely, but I want to figure out the combination of his other names and that whole thing before I share it. So that's the tea. This is the baby boy. Close up. Hi, baby boy. He just burped up. He just burped up. Look at the baby boy. He's an angel baby. See, he's not like wiggly or like crazy. He's so sweet. So that's him. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here and supporting me on this journey as a human being on planet Earth. And say goodbye to our friend. Look at his face. Oh, he's like a stuffed animal. He's a baby. Oh my gosh. I look like I'm choking him out. I promise I'm not. Okay. Love you all. Thank you for watching. Hope y'all are doing well. Hit me up with some animal related advice or tips if you feel like it. And I will talk to you all in my next video. Bye guys.